Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we are looking at a paper trending on X, published on December 8, 2025, about 3 days ago. It delivers the first large-scale field study of how millions of people actually adopt and use general-purpose AI agents in open web environments, showing that productivity and workflow plus learning and research already account for 57% of all agentic queries. The paper is titled, The Adoption and Usage of AI Agents, Early Evidence from Perplexity, and as we will see later, the usage patterns have big implications for work, education, and digital inequality. Alright, after laying out who adopts agents, Figure 1 explains how the researchers organize what people actually do with them. The figure shows a hierarchy where broad topics split into subtopics, which then split into concrete tasks. At the bottom, environments such as specific websites host these tasks, and a single task can occur in several environments. Some environments, in turn, span multiple topics, so the same site can support very different types of agent assistance. Well, Figure 1 sketched the hierarchy in abstract terms, and Table 1 now spells out what that looks like in practice. The top section lists productivity and workflow topics, with subtopics such as account management, document editing, and email management, each tied to very concrete actions like logging in, summarizing documents, or sending emails. Further down, the table adds learning, media, shopping, travel, and job-related activities, showing that the same agent framework covers everyday personal, educational, and professional tasks. Alright, Table 2 shifts from what people do with agents to who actually drives usage over time. The table shows 3 access cohorts and compares their share of users, adopters, and total agentic queries. The tiny July 9th group makes up just 4% of users, yet generates about 19% of queries, so its usage ratio reaches 4.4. By contrast, the large October 2nd cohort is underrepresented in both adoption and usage. So, while Table 2 contrasted early and late user cohorts, Figure 2 turns to differences across countries. The top panel shows that countries with higher gross domestic product per person tend to have many more agent adopters per million residents, with a very tight upward trend. The bottom panel relates the same adoption rate to average years of schooling, and again, richer education aligns with heavier adoption. Together, these patterns suggest that both national income and education strongly shape who benefits from agent technology. So, while Figure 2 compared countries, Table 4 compares how intensely different occupations use agents once they join. The table ranks clusters by agent usage ratio, which is the share of all queries divided by the share of users. Marketing and sales sit at the top with a ratio around 1.5, followed by management and entrepreneurship, students, and digital technology. Public service, advanced manufacturing, energy, and agriculture all fall well below 1, so those workers contribute fewer agentic queries than their numbers would suggest. Alright, while Table 4 ranked how intensely occupations used agents overall, Table 5 shows what those occupations actually use agents for. Productivity and workflow dominates almost every cluster, especially finance, management, and construction, where it reaches around 40 to 47% of queries. Students and educators stand out because learning and research takes the largest share for them. Hospitality workers are unique as well, since travel and leisure becomes their top topic, taking roughly 35% of their agentic queries. Well, after breaking things down by occupation and topic, Figure 6 tracks how adoption evolves over time. The top panel shows cumulative agent adopters steadily rising from launch, with a sharp inflection once access opens to all users. The bottom panel plots cumulative agentic queries, which also climb throughout the period but accelerate even more strongly after general availability. Together, these curves indicate that once the browser became widely accessible, not only did more people adopt it, they also started issuing far more agent-powered queries. So the big picture is that general-purpose agents are already woven into daily work and study, but access and heavy use tilt sharply toward richer, more educated countries and knowledge jobs. That raises real inequality and policy questions as capabilities grow. That is it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I am Alex. Thanks for listening.